8 meters. It may not sound like much to you, but if I ask you to jump 8 meters, you would say it's a massive distance to leap. While for the long jumpers, the elite ones, this is something what they regularly do, and sometimes the consistent 8 meter plus performances is what that separate champions from the legends. As India gears up for the Commonwealth Game 2026 in Glasgow, one athlete from India is actually ready to take that flight once again, and that is Murali Sreeshankar. Born in Palakkad, Kerala, athletics wasn't just a sport in his family. Actually, it was a way of life. His father, Yes Murali, represented India as an international triple jumper, while his mother, K.S. Bijmol, was an Asian junior medalist. With both parents who actually understood the sacrifices behind the medal, Sreeshankar grew up choosing excellence from a very early age. His talent announced itself to the nation in 2018 September when Murali was just 19-year-old and he was competing at India Open Championship in Bhubaneswar, where Sreeshankar actually produced a stunning jump of 8.20 meter. In one unforgettable moment, he broke the national record, became the under-20 world leader and held both junior and senior national records simultaneously. And that time, India had found a next long jump sensation. The transition from junior star to senior contender wasn't easy, but Murali Sreeshankar embraced every challenge. In 2022, he won silver at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games, announcing himself on one of the biggest sporting stages. A year later, another silver followed at the Asian Games in Hangzhou. But June 2023 was the moment the world truly took the notice. Back in Bhubaneswar, Sreeshankar sprinted down the runway with absolute confidence, perfect rhythm, perfect timing, perfect execution, and he landed at 8.341 meters. It wasn't just a personal best, it was one of the longest jumps in the world that season and firmly established him among the elite long jumpers on the planet. The dream of standing on Olympic podium suddenly felt closer than ever in life. Then came the moment every athlete fears. April 2024, just months before the Paris Olympics, during a routine training session, disaster struck. Sreeshankar suffered a devastating patellar tendon rupture in his left knee. His Olympic dream disappeared in an instant. Emergency surgery followed in Doha, Qatar. 3 screws were inserted into his knee and the road ahead looked painfully uncertain. For many athletes, an injury like this marks the beginning of the end. For Sreeshankar, it became the beginning of another fight. 14 long months were spent rebuilding everything from strength and confidence to the simple ability to run without pain. Every day was another battle. Every session brought him one step closer to the runway he refused to leave behind. Then in July 2025, he returned. Competing at the India Open in Pune, Sreeshankar soared to 8.05 meters in his first competition after the injury. He wasn't just back, he was ready to fly again. If 2025 proved he could return, 2026 actually proved he belonged at the very top once again. Competition after competition, Sreeshankar delivered with remarkable consistency. 5 major meets, and every time he jumped beyond 8 meters in every meet. No hesitation, no fear, no sign of injury, and was actually taken to Then came another stage of performance. At the National Interstate Athletics Championship in June 2026, he actually produced a magnificent jump of 8.38 meters, winning the competition and reminding the world that India's finest long jumper was back among the very best. His comeback wasn't just complete, it was actually. As all roads lead to Glasgow and Jamaica's Ben Pinnock is actually absent from the competition, Murali Sreeshankar enters the Commonwealth Games as a top-ranked athlete in the field on season-best performances as the Commonwealth nations are concerned. His biggest challenge will come from former world champions and another Jamaican, Taze Gale, whose personal best actually reads 8.54 meter and his season best is actually separated by just a single centimeter compared to the Murali Sreeshankar's performance. Alongside Murali, fellow Indian Lokesh Satyanathan will also head into the competition with a genuine hopes of standing on the top of the podium. From a teenage record breaker to one of the world's best, from the heartbreak of missing the Olympics to one of the greatest comeback in Indian athletics, Murali Sreeshankar's journey is proof that setbacks may delay greatness, but they can never define it. The runway is ready, the sandpit abates, and India's flying machine is actually preparing for the takeoff once again. Can Murali Sreeshankar win the Commonwealth gold home? Let's find out.